Tzu Chi Foundation hosts large-scale aid distributions in Mexico for quake victims in 3 areas. We get to know Father Brendan O'Connell and learn about his calling of helping children with learning disabilities in remote regions. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Marilee Shoda. Thank you for joining us. In the aftermath of the September 19th earthquake in Mexico, the Tzu Chi Foundation from Taiwan began a series of survey of the residents' condition in the hard-hit regions. After the extensive survey, as promised, quake relief distribution began in December, with Tlahuac being the first area to receive such aid. The event gathered the assistance of 91 volunteers from 12 countries to benefit 1,341 impacted households. December 7, 2017 marks an important date in Tzu Chi's international disaster relief. This is the first aid distribution after the major quake in Mexico taking place in Tlahuac.
It was a huge shock. I got very ill after it. My liver swelled up from the shock.
December 7th marks the first distribution in Mexico after the earthquake. After 2 months of preparation and home visits, eco-blankets have arrived. We made gift cards. Today we're giving our love and care from all the global Tzu Chi members and Master Zheng Yin's compassion to the Tlahuac residents.
My husband is 85 and I'm 70. It will be good to have enough food again.
The most beautiful present I've received is Tzu Chi's kindness.
You're my friends, Tzu Chi.
In this turbulent city, I'm very touched to see the residents and the government working with one heart and dissolve the conflicts all because of Tzu Chi. I'm very touched by this.
This hand that's been offered to us motivates the people spiritually, assuring them that they can stand up again and keep building their dreams. We'll be thankful to the Tzu Chi Foundation forever.
A esta fundación, declarando el día 7 de diciembre como el día Tzu Chi en esta delegación. Es una semilla.
The truth is that it's a great help. Maybe they think what they gave us is not so much, but for us it is. The aid and love you're offering is huge for us.
I think the Master would be happy to see the people here with the blankets. When they wear it, they will remember their time with us.
Without this card, I wouldn't have anything to put on my table. Today, I know I'll have something to give my family for Christmas. I'll keep the foundation in my prayers and also ask my family to pray for you. Although our homes have been destroyed, we'll be happy because of you.
Continuing with the quake relief in Mexico, the second area to receive such aid was in San Gregorio, where Tzu Chi helped a total of 1,290 households, and a small free clinic also took place. Among the volunteers is Yu Guosheng from Taiwan, who took up Spanish 10 years ago in hopes of putting it to full use.
Hoy es el gran día para todos los vecinos de San Gregorio Atlapulco.
We came today because after 2 months of work, the big day is here. Thanks to Tzu Chi, these residents will finally have some peace at home.
Here in San Gregorio, we have conducted thoroughly of all impacted residents and created an accurate list of those in need.
What they're giving me, it's what I needed, construction material. With this, I can heal my pain and lift me up until now.
Because the quake victims have received a hug, financial help, and a blanket, some of their suffering is relieved. The pain can slowly go away, and we can begin the reconstruction stage.
Stephen, le pedí que nos permitiera declarar el mes de septiembre el mes Tzu Chi de Xochimilco. El mes fuerte. Sí, es la emoción grande y es difícil llorar.
We appreciate you all, to everyone that supported us. Don't leave us and please continue to support us.
There are so many memories here. We have fond memories of the disaster victims and the local volunteers. They are like our family, like our brothers and sisters. At this point, I cannot imagine on December 18th, we will be leaving Mexico. However, I believe, just like the Master says, Tzu Chi's journey here in Mexico will be smoother and smoother.
Tzu Chi volunteer Yu Guoxiong from Taiwan has studied Spanish for 10 years and hoped to one day use it to help others. This time, he is very proud of being able to join the aid distribution effort.
When I got the assignment, I knew I couldn't lose face, especially during the intake portion of the job. Most of the volunteers are local residents or those who have lived in Southern and Central America, and I'm the only one from Taiwan. I especially told Master Zhengyan I can speak Spanish, so I knew I must work hard to keep my end of the promise. I'd hide in a bathroom at night, afraid of waking up my roommate, and study the vocabulary words I need for the intake. Thankfully, other sisters were very kind and wrote them down for me so I can memorize them. Thankfully, I did okay the next day. I'm grateful to have the opportunity, and even though I'm like a parrot repeating the same phrase over and over again, I feel my sincerity and smile can move the impacted. It's the least that I can do.
Amor sin fronteras. Igualmente, de frontera a frontera. Que Dios los bendiga a todos.
God bless you from all our hearts. We give you this small donation so it can accumulate and benefit everyone in the world.
Y como nos ayudan, les ayudamos también. Haciendo como una cadena.
For the well-being of those in need, it's not just us. At any moment, another earthquake can strike again.
Next, we follow up with Tzu Chi volunteers as they host the aid distribution in Xochimilco City on December 9th.
Pues muy bien, somos felices.
The blanket feels very warm and comfortable. We're so grateful to have received your assistance today. Thank you very much.
The blanket is real good quality. This can help ward off the cold.
Local volunteer Trinidad Hardinez reads out loud the letter of consolation which Master Zhengyan has penned. Tears begin to fall from Hardinez's face.
Siempre he trabajado con la gente, pero en otro.
From this point forward, we must have a change in our thinking. We must have the spirit of helping one another. Everyone needs to change their ways of only helping themselves.
During the two-day aid distribution, the mayor of the city also showed his support, as well as asking after the victims.
A todos mis amigos y amigas de Xochimilco que nos paremos de pie.
Xochimilco residents, stand up and give a round of applause to my friends, especially this group of people from Taiwan, these friends from Tzu Chi.
Flying high both the national flag and Tzu Chi's flag, this gesture of friendship is just a beautiful beginning.
The will to help others must come from the heart.
He recibido una tarjeta.
I received a gift card and bamboo bank. I plan to donate whatever I can save to another family who needs help.
y aprovechando la situación
I took advantage of the medical outreach to get acupuncture. They put needles in me. It was like a mosquito bite. That's it. It doesn't hurt. You feel yourself relax right after. It feels like it's going to help me.
voy a mejorar.
Many people here don't know what Chinese medicine is. If the pain goes away in one session, they are very happy. I'm a Tzu Chi volunteer because Tzu Chi shaped me into the person I am now. I learned how to do acupuncture while helping people, and if it weren't for helping others, I wouldn't be who I am today.
York City, which is located in the central northern part of England, flooded towards the end of 2015. Tzu Chi volunteers enacted their emergency care for 20 gypsy families and have been taking care of them since the disaster. Ahead of the holidays, Tzu Chi volunteers visited and brought gifts of blessings as well as good tidings.
Santa Claus is not necessarily dressed in red. He has put on the blue and white uniform of Tzu Chi and delivered warm gifts in the cold weather.
We think about you guys regularly, just to come and wish you a happy holidays.
Thank you. Is everything going so well? Everything okay?
Yeah. Although Natalie can't speak because of cerebral palsy, she still can't help smiling when she sees the red sweater from the volunteer.
We're together, we share life joyfully.
Did you like that? Yes, she did. She liked that one. I'm good at the birds, is it? James made the birds for you.
Same time this year in 2015, the middle northern part of England's York City was suffering from a heavy flood. The trailer park where the gypsy lives, 20 families have been in the disaster. Tzu Chi shows long-term care and visits them again before Christmas. They found a surprise while walking on the street.
It's really a lot. Wow, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Not only the empty coin bank from 2 years ago is returned to the volunteer full of pennies, the love they received back then has all been cherished in the residents' heart.
I've still got my last ones you give me. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a different meaning. Yeah.
Don't bring maybe not the voucher this year, but we just bring some.
It's very nice of you. Thank you very much.
Edith has lived by herself for many years. The only thing that can touch her heart is the volunteer's sincerity.
Oh, Merry Christmas!
I was in a very dark spot, and actually I was lifted when I met you people, because I don't know, I might be a silly old woman, I don't know, but it really was heart-lifting to know that people cared.
Tzu Chi volunteers gives blessing to each household and receive even more in return.
Honestly, you fill my room up so you're such kind people, and like I say, always welcome to call anytime, and I will be looking forward to coming with me on your meeting.
The connection Tzu Chi volunteers build here between people continues to grow and will keep on growing over time.
'81-year-old Father Brendan O'Connell has been in Taiwan since 1963. He found his calling in helping children with developmental disabilities who have no other opportunities for education. He has established centers in both Kaohsiung and Tainan and has spent half a century committed to this work. Let's learn more about him.
The other night, dear, as I was sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms, but when I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, so I hung my head and I cried.
When my parents were about to pass away, I sang this song for them. They really liked listening to it.
他们很喜欢听。那个时候有碰到 几个家庭有心智障碍者的小孩。
That time I encountered many families who had children with mental disabilities. I remembered that my second sister has Down syndrome, so I went back to the United States to study special education, as I really wanted to help these children.
Oh, yeah, 很好. Good morning.
Children here are treated like other children, and this makes them feel a little happier.
I do not have to worry about children adapting here or being bullied by others.
After the San Rafael Opportunity Center was established, we found these children were still isolated, and Father still believes we haven't done enough, as these children should mix with others of the same age, as we needed an integrated education center. We all felt that they were talking about Father.
At the beginning, our kindergarten has more than 100 children, but after people learned that Father O'Donnell would focus on children with disabilities, all of the normal children quickly left as we had to start from scratch.
He has a big impact upon men, and the thing that he told me is that there are no children who can't learn, only teachers who can't teach. If a student's behavior does not improve, the teacher did not try hard enough.
We really went step by step, including going to the night market for promotion and sending leaflets and balloons to recruit average students as big selling point to allow parents to know about our education environment, mixing normal school children and those with disabilities. This shows that we don't reject or exclude them, and this teaches them empathy.
There are really a lot of children. We have love and compassion to take care of these children.
He learned to be thoughtful, tolerant, and respectful. Each individual is different, and this is not what you usually learn in books. It's being with them and observing with their eyes, learning that every child has the same right to education, and these special children can fly high.
Because integrated education is very revolutionary, we continue to press forward on the behalf of these children.
In Taiwan, Tainan Tzu Chi Senior High School is celebrating its 10th anniversary. There are a series of activities associated with the celebration, including inviting students to learn about their local community. The Office of Humanities has also made a film about the students. Let's take a look at the different ways students are celebrating the 10th birthday of their school.
As the characters freeze, the viewers pay even more attention to the film. As Tainan Tzu Chi Senior High School celebrates its 10th anniversary, the students are here to learn about the old community.
We've discovered many creative designs in the community, such as pictures of fish on the wall, the scenery near the well, and the mosaic image. We want to include these local beauty in our activities so that people can discover the amazing and lovely things in the community.
Riding the bike around the campus, one recalls much memory of the school. As the school has been established for 10 years, many people have been here for 10 years.
Teacher Shuming talked with me about some problems. She made me feel that she is a very good teacher. Finally, someone understands me.
In the past, the principal of the elementary school was very active, and she maintained a good relationship with all the students. During recess, you could go to the principal's office to enjoy some food. If you feel low, you could go talk with her.
Since I felt everyone's love, I learned to share love.
During the 10 years at Tzu Chi Senior High School, I've learned to do my best to help other people. I hope to spread love.
The attachment to the school can be seen on the faces of the students. Huang Fengya films the students with her smartphone.
We must have a story in the film. If the film tells a story, it can touch other people, and people can resonate with the messages.
The students' firm resolve to protect the environment has not changed for 10 years. During various activities, they go to the beach to pick up the trash and recyclables. Such tradition of challenging themselves will be continued. Despite the fatigue, they still climb up the mountain. Not only will they reach the top of the mountain, they're there to say something out loud.
Climb to the height of 2,850 meters and shout Happy 10th Anniversary our school. I think that is quite meaningful. In Taichung, a local extended learning center has started an artificial flower making class. The technique of this unique artificial flower is a special folk craft that represents blessings and luck. In our next report, we hear from an 80-year-old senior to see how she learned to let go of the past through this course.
Before 88-year-old Yang Lai Shouting could be ready to say goodbye, she had lost her loved ones one after another.
After my father's passing, my mother was unable to live through losing him. During that period of time, her life was full of sadness. In the same year, her youngest brother also passed away.
Her children helped her register for an artificial flower making class. She later found the joy of this handmade work and finally released her grief.
When I went halfway in my learning, I joked and said that I was going to graduate. They said I should not graduate this early because I will have few companions after graduation.
Miss Yang Lai would enlighten another senior and ask her not to worry too much about her children. She encouraged her to focus her mind on the work. I think that is the change in her.
This artificial flower is an indispensable bridal hair accessory long ago. It is made of silk thread, steel wires, and pieces of paper. Josephine, who married a German, takes the class with her husband. The unique artificial flower is the spotlight of her own wedding.
I gave the artificial flowers to my friends who helped me with my wedding. They all said the flower is cute.
It was so great where we get married. She make flowers in the German flag.
This artificial flower is full of warmth and love, and it can be created with a variety of techniques.
Turtles represent longevity in Chinese tradition, so it should be given to the grandma. As for the shape of deer, it should be given to the mother-in-law. The bride's flower is for the bride because it has the pomegranate, which represents many descendants.
More and more people have fallen in love with this handmade art, which almost fails to be handed down from past generations.
In Kaohsiung, the students of the Tzu Chi Kindergarten presented handmade gifts to Dharma masters, helping to spread some holiday cheer. We'll leave you with these images at the end of the program. Thank you for joining us today. See you next time.